The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello there, everybody. It is wonderful to see y'all on this special bonus call. Hello, Darren. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Eric, Jeffrey, Jonathan, Philip, Susan. If you guys wouldn't mind, right before I get started and introduced our very special guest, if you wouldn't mind just typing into the questions box, let me know that you can hear my voice, and you should be able to see the smiling face of a Mr. Chris Johnstone. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Eric. Just wanted you guys to know we are recording this call, so if you happen to miss any part of it, you'll be able to catch the recording, God willing, assuming the recording goes through. So without further ado, we are very excited. You know, you guys come from, you guys specifically who are here on this call are very special to both Chris, Carl, and myself. You guys are the best part of the intersect between our businesses, because you know when Chris and Carl and I came together, marketing animals, you guys are successful, you're motivated, you're committed to your business, and it was the perfect intersect, Chris, of your company's lead gen strategies and the system that we've built that helps convert those leads. And so just as part of our joint membership, we just want to celebrate you guys and offer you just this very special bonus training. So Chris, without further ado, I will give this to you, and I'll be here.
Awesome, right on. So as we're going through the training, and hey everybody, my name is Chris Johnstone. As we're going through the training, if you have any questions, just type them into the Q&A panel and we'll get to them at the end. And this is all about how to generate significant real estate deals from Facebook. I'm going to be giving you 2 campaigns today that you can essentially take, put it into your Facebook ads manager and run lead generation through. And the reason why we've kind of come together and put this training, just like Costa said, is just to give you additional value and help you put more leads into your existing Agent Legend account. Those of you that are on Agent Legend LO, you've got the mortgage side of things going into that process, and this is to help you also fill up your real estate pipeline. So hopefully my audio is okay and that you can see the screen. If we have any problems, just type into the Q&A, and Costa, stop me at any time if we have any technical issues or anything like that. Our plan here is to train for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and then go through and just answer any questions that you have and help you implement these strategies. So, all right. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to fix the 3 big problems with Facebook ads. So typically speaking, we see people that come back with different feedback after running a Facebook campaign, and maybe they've tested out their first ad or they've tested out their first information program and actually tried to run some ads on Facebook. And there's basically 3 main problems that those people come back with, and we solve those problems every day. So what I wanted to do is just kind of, chunk out the things that you need to know in order to make sure that you're kind of skipping all of those stumbling blocks, but also getting a good result kind of out of the gate when you actually launch your campaign. Then I'm going to walk you through 2 proven campaigns, actually show you 2 campaigns that we have up and running for some of our done for you clients that are working. I give you the targeting, give you the ad copy, and just show you how we're actually generating the lead through the funnel, so that again, you can see how to build your own system, and then a guaranteed way to get results. Fast forwarding to the very end, I know how busy everybody is in this group. So if you enjoy the training, you get to the end and you say, hey, this is amazing, I want to build this, but I just can't do it myself, I don't have time, we're here to do it for you, and I'll give you information on that at the end. But everything is laid out for you so that you can do it yourself. There's nothing hidden behind the curtain or aha, or got you at the end. Again, my name is Chris Johnstone. I guess that slide's kind of redundant because we were able to get the webcam up and going, so it's great to be able to actually see y'all here, or you can see me anyway. But I've been in the online digital marketing space for mortgages and real estate for the last 12 years. So we have seen a ton of change. And what you're getting here on today's presentation is not theory-based like some other training that you might get on YouTube or something like that, where somebody is figuring this stuff out and you're watching along their journey. These are proven campaigns that we run in the agency that we know work, that we're seeing results from. This is an email that came in from one of our clients to one of our account managers. 3 applications in the past week, all qualified borrowers, and that's specifically tied to one of the campaigns that I'm going to teach you today. So I made sure that that matched up with the campaign. So with that, let's just double check, make sure everything is okay. Perfect. All right. So let's get into our actual content. So the 3 big problems with Facebook leads. So typically we'll have somebody that will come to us and they're just not generating leads at all. So they've opened up Facebook Ads Manager, they've put together some basic targeting, run an ad, and just crickets. They've got impressions, they've got clicks, but there's nobody actually filling out the form. There's no leads actually coming into the campaign. So the solution to solving that problems or that problem is the ads. It's either your ad copy or the offer that you're making to the audience. So, the traffic on Facebook is pretty consistent. So if you're generating impressions and you're generating clicks, but nobody's actually opting in, that means you're giving the wrong message to the wrong market. And we fix that with proper advertising. And then the actual offer. If you're offering something that people don't want, obviously you're not going to get any leads. And in today's presentation, I've got some offer examples for you of different things that you can give to the audience in the real estate market to actually generate good quality leads, as well as ad copy for you to swipe and deploy for the campaigns that I'm giving you, so you know you're going to come out of the gate with a campaign that works. So I'm going to solve that problem for you here today. The second problem that we see a lot of is low quality leads. So that means that you are generating traffic and people are filling out your forms. People are giving you their name, their phone number, their email address, and potentially information about what they're looking to buy, what type of home they want, or when they're looking to move, some other information. You're getting those leads, but they're all really low quality. People can't qualify for loans, or they're just looking, or even worse, you get people that are filling out your forms and you call them the next day and they go, well, I didn't fill out a form. I didn't fill out my information, right? Now, Agent Legend has solved a lot of that problem for us because it does the follow-up for you. But if you're just new to the program and you've been generating campaigns in the past that are generating low quality leads, we solve that problem through targeting and optimization of your campaigns. You can train Facebook on who the high quality leads are and who the low quality leads are, and you can optimize your way into having a Facebook advertising campaign that's actually hyper focused on the high quality leads that are in a target market, while your competitors are buying all of the different targeting options that have the low quality leads in them. I've actually got here today a case study where we spent over $20,000 split testing a market. I'll show you exactly how it worked and how you can implement it in your campaigns at a much lower ad spend, so that you are getting that high quality sliver of traffic in your marketplace. I think you're going to love that part of the training. And then the third problem is leads that aren't closing. So if you're getting leads into your funnel, they're decent quality, but people are just like falling off the wagon. They're gone. You don't know what happened to the leads after you generated them. And the solution to that is Agent Legend, really. Putting these into the Agent Legend system, making sure that it's set up correctly, making sure that you've got your scripts in there. Agent Legend does all of the work. Again, I've been doing online lead generation for 12 years. And meeting Costas and implementing Agent Legend and Agent Legend LO on our campaigns has solved one of the greatest problems that mortgage and real estate professionals have had up until this point, because we were generating leads on Google AdWords. We generate leads through Facebook. We have all these different traffic sources, and we would give our systems, right? So we would go to different marketplaces with similar offers, similar ads, drive similar traffic, we would give them to some professionals and they would knock it out of the park, create these massively scaled, successful campaigns that were incredibly profitable. And then, in the next marketplace over, we would give an almost identical campaign to a different professional and it's crickets. None of the leads would convert. And that created, if you know me, I'm a very detail and solution oriented person, and it's very important to me that our clients get results. So that is something that would really bother me. And ultimately, we came to the conclusion that everybody follows up with a lead differently, right? Some people want to call right away. Some people want to wait a couple of days and just give that person time and space. Some people just wouldn't make phone calls at all. And by introducing Agent Legend and completely automating the ringless voicemail, the text message, the email, and having every account do the same thing every time, it solved a massive problem of actually converting the leads into inbound calls. So we're not going to spend a ton of time on the Agent Legend portion because you already have access to that. But I want you to know that that really is the third stumbling block that most of your competition is still struggling with, and you already have that problem solved for you. So here's our lesson plan for today. Step 1, I'm going to take you through finding the most profitable traffic. Step 2, I'm going to show you how to give them the right offer and show you those 2 campaigns. And then step number 3, converting deals using automation. That is the 3 things that you need to master in order to take an interested buyer on Facebook all the way through the steps to actually closing a deal with them. So step number 1, finding profitable traffic. You've probably been on a Facebook ad training or a Udemy course or something like that where they've taken you through the basics of targeting on Facebook. So when you go into the Facebook Ads Manager, right, and I'm going to show you some basic targeting in the campaigns that we're running, right? But you can target people based on their location, the language that they speak, their gender, and their basic interests. So when somebody becomes interested in real estate or interested in mortgages, you can type that into the interests category in Facebook and show ads to people that are visiting real estate websites, engaging with business pages that are talking about real estate or mortgages. And you can target those people. But those are the basics, right? And this is what your ads manager looks like. You set the location up at the top with the first red arrow. You pick your age range, your gender, and then the detailed targeting down there at the bottom. Now, in my opinion, you should be using the advanced Facebook targeting options before you just do the general. And the reason behind that is that this is your lowest hanging fruit in your individual business. So what this does is it makes it so that you're not competing against everybody else in your marketplace. It's giving you the ability to kind of go after the low hanging fruit that you already have created in your business. And then you can graduate to the more generalized targeting options once you've got your Facebook campaigns trained in on who the right customers are, who the right people are to be targeting your ad account to. So inside the advanced targeting options that you have in Facebook, Facebook allows you to upload these things called custom audiences. So if you go to Ads Manager, there's 3 lines up in the top left-hand corner. You click on there and there's a menu section that says audiences. You click on there and then you upload audiences. The 2 audiences that you need to upload in there are your past customer list, okay, and your past leads list. So if you have old leads in your business that you haven't converted, those are still an asset for you that you can give to Facebook and say, hey, these are the people that I'm dealing with in my business right now. These are warm leads for me. Now, we've done standard training in the past where we show you how to run ads to those custom audiences. So you can take your list of past customers, upload them to Facebook, and show ads to just those people. And you can remind them to send you referrals. You can take, the success stories that you're posting from your customers and show them to your past customers so that they refer you more business and come back when it's ready to get their next home or their next home, right? It's just a great way to stay in front of those people. But in today's training, what we're using those audiences to do is to create what's called a lookalike audience. So you upload your past customers and your past leads. and then you go to Facebook and you create an audience called a lookalike audience. And what you're doing is you're telling Facebook, hey, here's my perfect customer. Okay, Facebook creates an avatar based off those past customers and those past leads. And then you can tell Facebook, go find the 1% of people on Facebook that match these customers when they're interested in real estate, when they're in my local marketplace, and when they're in the specific age range. So you're taking the general targeting, but giving Facebook this very specific person to look for when they come into being interested in real estate. And typically speaking, those custom audiences are going to give you a much better response than your standard targeting on Facebook. Now, the other advanced targeting options that you should be using is retargeting of your website traffic. So again, inside the Facebook Ads Manager, inside the audiences, Facebook gives you this thing called a pixel, right? You can place that pixel on your website and retarget the people that have been on your website. Now, the reason why this is so important is because this literally is probably the lowest hanging fruit that you have in your business, because unless you're ranking on Google and using our ranking package, the chances of somebody just finding your website randomly are pretty low, right? I mean, it's the real estate and mortgage business. We don't get a ton of traffic. It's not like, we're posting about, daily news or something like that. So when somebody comes to your website, they're most likely a referral from somebody else, a referral from a professional in the marketplace. They've seen one of your advertisements and they're checking you out. They have some type of pre-frame that has happened around that person, and they're going to check out whether making a buying decision with you is the right thing to do. So when you get that person to your website, the likelihood of them filling out a form or becoming a lead while they're on the website is very low. Your typical website converts 2%, maybe 3% of the website traffic that gets there. So when you retarget those people on Facebook, they see your brand, they see your professionalism, that you're doing a good job with your advertising, and it keeps your name, your phone number, your email address in front of them on their Facebook newsfeed, so that when they're ready to go, they contact you rather than one of your competitors. It protects those leads and that low-hanging fruit that you're already getting on your website. That's very important for you to set up if you're going to be advertising on Facebook. And then the fifth, and this is a very advanced strategy, but it's retargeting the people that have engaged with your content. So we have seen great success with real estate and mortgage professionals getting together and filming little open house tours of new listings that are happening in the marketplace. So they'll get on Facebook Live and they will, just tour the house. Potentially the mortgage person holds the phone, and the realtor goes out and gives all of the features and benefits to the actual home. And then they flip the camera around, and then the mortgage person does okay, well, if you would like to buy this house, here's what the financial scenario typically looks like, but give us a call. We'll tour you through the house and give you a custom loan analysis, right? So those do very well on Facebook because people want to see the house. It's a great way for them while they're, on the subway or, they're in transit or whatever. They can see a house that they potentially like, do a virtual walkthrough, and then move to the next step. But what we're not actually looking to convert people from the video. What we want is people that are watching more than 50% of that video, because we know that they're interested buyers, they're interested in viewing a home, and if they're investing their time and actually looking at real estate in that local marketplace, we know they're a good lead for us. So anybody that watches more than 50% of that video, we are then retargeting them with a direct call to action to call the real estate business, to call the mortgage business to get more information. So in that person's mind, they've seen something pop up on Facebook where they liked the house, they saw the professionals in the video, and now all of a sudden they continue to see the advertising from that professional, and they naturally gravitate to working with you. It is an advanced strategy, but it works really well. So I wanted you to have it during this training. So definitely start there and then move to the more general stuff. When you're inside the Facebook Ads Manager, this is what it looks like. And when you're selecting your audience, rather than selecting just the general audience selection, you click on the custom audience tab that's up there at the top, and then select the audience that you have already uploaded to Facebook. It's actually, as simple as clicking a mouse. You just need to know, that you have to have it in order to make it work. Now, here is the big secret that most trainers and even agencies that we see running ads in the space are totally missing. And this has been in just brand new since the whole Facebook thing, where they had to make a pretty significant change in all of the different targeting options that they have. So we've seen, income targeting has gone away. Some of the different options in the real estate industry have gone away. Facebook has really had to narrow down their targeting options, and this has kind of gone unnoticed by most people in the industry. But Facebook has actually taken their targeting and their traffic, and they've started slicing out the different audiences in a main market. So when you go into Facebook and you say, hey, I'm in this local marketplace and I want people that are interested in real estate, it gives you a total overall potential reach. So on the screen, you can see that red arrow. And in this particular campaign, we have a potential reach of 5.4 million people that are interested in real estate in that local area. Okay, so that's a huge pie. That is a ton of people. It's millions of people, actually. And now some of those people, as a matter of fact, a large portion of those people aren't going to be interested in purchasing real estate at all. They're going to be interested in beautiful houses. They like looking at kitchens. They're home and garden television watchers, right? They are interested in real estate, but not in market to purchase real estate. So you've got all these slices of the pie that are garbage leads that are never going to do anything, but they might fill out your forms because they're just generally interested in real estate. Now, when you look down underneath the 5.4 million, you can see your estimated daily results. So out of the 5.4 million people in this campaign, our reach was really only 3,100 to 16,000 people. So in any given day, we're really only going to have the opportunity to get our ads into, in front of, let's call it, 7,500 people. We're going to be somewhere in the middle there. And that's based on your budget as well as how large your targeting is, right? The more your budget is, the more of the pie you're going to get. But here's the thing. When you run one ad set, Facebook takes those 3,100 to 16,000 people, and that's essentially your slice of the pie. So even if you increase your budget or you keep your ad campaign on for a very long time, you're still technically just in that one little slice of the pie. So if you think about the total audience size as a big circle, when you run an ad set inside a campaign, you're actually only going to reach a very small sliver of the pie, and not all pieces of the pie are equal, okay? So what we need to do is slice up that pie, test each little slice until we find the one that has the buyers in it, the sweetest part of the pie, and then just scale our ads into the piece of the pie that has the buyers. So how do you do that? How do you find the most profitable traffic in your specific local marketplace? So last month, we spent $28,000 on a case study to essentially show you how to do this and to identify our own assets. Because once you do this exercise once, you own that ad set inside your Facebook advertising account, and you can continue to run new ad copy, new campaigns, new types of lead generation campaigns to that particular ad set you've identified. So once you do this once, you essentially own that little slice of traffic in your local marketplace that nobody else knows exists, and they don't have access to it. So everybody can be bidding on that big overall pie, and you've got an ad campaign that's just buying that little slice, right? And it's just for you. So here's how the campaign works. When you build a Facebook campaign, you tell it what you want the campaign to do. So in this particular instance, this is just a lead generation campaign, and we're driving traffic to a website to generate leads. It's one of the campaigns that I'm going to show you. And inside that campaign, you create 4 different ad sets that are all the same. So the targeting is the exact same. The ad copy is the exact same. The images that you're split testing are the exact same. It is the exact same ad set, but you run it 4 times and you start them all at the exact same time. So you build out your ad sets, all targeting that main slice, the main pie, and you turn it on. As soon as you turn it on, Facebook looks at it and goes, okay, well, I can't put each ad set into the same slice of pie, so I have to give this campaign 4 slices of pie. 25% here, 25% here, 25% here, 25% here, right? So you're forcing Facebook to let you test a much larger piece of the pie, and then you watch the results that come through. So in this particular campaign, you can see that red arrow up at the top. We had one result that was $384.34. So for somebody to actually take the action that we wanted them to through this campaign, it was costing me $384.34 inside that slice of the pie. But if you look down at the bottom, I had another slice of the pie that was generating results at $54.99 of the pie. Now you can see down in the bottom right hand corner in that big red box, it says $28,320.11. So that's what we spent on this campaign, right, in order to test all of those different ad sets. Now you'll notice they're all turned off, because in this test we found 3 slices of pie that were freaking amazing. So now when I'm targeting this particular audience, I can generate a result at around $11 to $14, compared to if I had just ran one ad set, I could be buying the $385 slice of pie. My campaign would have been a failure and nothing would be happening. I wouldn't be running Facebook ads because I would think I was buying the wrong traffic, right? So now that you have this knowledge, you know that there's a pocket out there for you to go identify, and you use this strategy to go out and find that most profitable traffic. And once you've got it, those are the ad sets that you scale, where you continue to go back and increase your budget based on the number of leads and deals that you want in your business. And again, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, no problem. Just type them into the Q&A panel, and I'll stick around after and answer any questions that you have. I hope that you're enjoying this thus far. Okay. Step number 2, giving the right offer. It is so important, especially in the real estate industry and in the mortgage industry, that there are no shenanigans with your offer. I see so many people promoting that they're generating leads at like $2 a piece or $3 a piece or $5 a piece. And then when you actually drill into the campaigns, or people will send us their campaigns and be like, I'm not getting results. Can you tell us why? And they're giving crazy offers like, send in your information and I'll send you a list of all the houses that are in foreclosure in your marketplace. Or just like, I won't get into the specifics of campaigns, but it's so important that there's no shenanigans. And you have to understand that this is like a relationship. It is a relationship. Even though it feels like we're just working with like numbers and impressions and clicks, we're all people. We're all using Facebook together, right? So if you give somebody an incongruent offer and then you don't deliver what it is that they've specifically asked for, or they feel like you offered them one thing and then you're giving them something else, no bueno. You're going to get bad. And people won't give you the feedback. They'll just disappear, right? So you've got to make sure that you're not using any of those, hey, you can use this to generate a lot of leads. What you want is the highest quality prospects with an offer that actually starts a quality relationship with that person from the very beginning by giving them what they want. Try and think of it from their perspective. Now, here are 4 examples of different brainstorming techniques or or campaigns that we run that we actually know work to help you brainstorm your own campaigns. So to generate seller leads, use up-to-date neighborhood comparables. Yes, it takes work. You have to sit down for an hour or whatever to go through the specific market that you're targeting, do the comparables of what the homes were selling for in that neighborhood for the last month, package it together into a 2 or a 3-page PDF, and offer it. In today's world, it's super simple. You can just turn on your webcam and say, hey, I want to show you this month's comparables for this neighborhood. Here's the information. Hold it up and deliver it to people in video format. Again, retarget the people that watch the video, right? But that's all you need to generate sellers in your marketplace. It is the age-old, do you want to know what your neighbor's house sold for? But in a way where it's, hey, we'll just let you know what the sell price is in your marketplace based on recent comparable sales. And if you want a more detailed analysis, just fill out the form and we'll do this one-on-one with you. Simple offer, great value. You're not going to get flooded with leads through that campaign, but everybody that reaches out is a quality lead that actually has intent, right? So that's something that you can brainstorm around in your local marketplace. For buyers, we have an open house campaign that we're going to teach you here today, works exceptionally well. All they want is a list of all the open houses that are happening in the different neighborhoods that they're looking at every week. That information is actually kind of hard to find for your standard person. If you offer to email it to them once a week, people will sign up for that update service. School listings. So, ranking the different schools in your neighborhood and then giving away that report based on what real estate markets they're in. That has great value to young parents and people that are building, buying houses based on the school district that they're going to be in. Again, you're going to get a specific type of buyer through that campaign. Another campaign that we have that works is our listing alerts campaign. And again, that is an age-old offer in the real estate market. It's been around since real estate started. Give me your information and I'll let you know when homes that match your search criteria hit the market. Yes, it's been around forever. Yes, it still converts because it's still what people want in today's marketplace. There is, buyer fatigue. People get sick of being on Zillow and looking at listings all the time. Still a phenomenal lead source because it still works, but you can use listing alerts to generate leads. Then there's financing. This is one that often gets overlooked in the real estate market, I find, but works exceptionally well for our mortgage clients. This is one of the other campaigns that I'm going to walk you through here today. But advertising either special loan programs or qualification tools or financial analyses to help your customers.
Hey, Chris, I'm sorry. I'm just going to stop you for just 1 second. Your volume just totally cut out on my side. I'm not sure if everybody else can hear you. Can you guys type into the chat box and let me know if it's just me? So Eric said he lost your volume as well. Let me see. And
Can you?
You're back. Yeah, you're back now. So Eric, Jeffrey, Susan, can you guys hear Chris as well right now? Chris, can you start talking and let us know if you're back?
Yes, absolutely. Is that better?
That's better for me. Is that better for you guys? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tom. Thanks, Eric. All right, go ahead, Chris. Just want to let you know.
Costa, sweet. Thank you. Thank you for stopping me. That's great. And we'll keep going here. So basically what I'm going to do now is just kind of give you an example of some ad copy and then walk you through to the campaigns. And we'll go through this real quick. So this is the ad copy that we're using for the Always Open House. And I'll walk you through this campaign in just a little bit. But it says attention area names, basically. Don't waste time driving around or searching websites for hours. I've compiled a list completely free for anybody in our area. Click learn more below and I'll send you an updated list every week. Again, it's a very simple offer, but it's sent out to somebody who's actually going to be interested. Somebody who is willing to get off the sofa, get in the car, drive to an open house is a motivated buyer. And somebody that's filling out that form is not going to have a relationship because they would be getting that from somebody else, right? So that's your ad copy. Now, when somebody clicks on it, in this particular campaign, we're using a Facebook lead form. So when you go to build your campaign, Facebook is going to ask you what the end goal is, and you just type in lead forms. and you want people to fill out that lead form. This is a landing page that's built right on Facebook. So they never leave Facebook. They look beautiful on mobile. And when somebody clicks on the button on your ad, this landing page pops up right inside Facebook and asks them for their first name, last name, email, phone number, and all of the information is pre-filled out in the form from their Facebook profile. So all they have to do is click submit. When they click submit, it forwards that information right over into your Agent Legend account to start the follow-up. It's super cool. Here's the stats on that campaign. So the open house campaign, the one at the top, we ran, let's see, 952 leads through that particular campaign, with $2,306.43 spent. So that's a cost per lead of $2.42 per lead. When we started that campaign, the leads were at around $6 a lead. That $2.42 is after many, many rounds of optimization, testing different ad copy, testing different images, making sure that it was working. You can see that campaign is only spending $10 a day. So that's a considerable amount of time to get it to that point. The second campaign that you see here down at the bottom, same campaign, that's the Always Open House campaign, $2,109.96 in ads, 446 leads that came through the funnel at $4.75 through the funnel, just to give you an idea of how those campaigns work out as far as the numbers. Now, this is the really fun part, because if you look at Facebook advertising and you look at scaling this long term, if you're investing just $15 a day into these campaigns and you reach that $5 per lead level, your campaigns start to stack. As these contacts go into your Agent Legend account, it's continuing the follow-up sequences without you having to do anything. And by the time you're in the program for a year, you've got 1,000 leads inside that database of all people that are interested in going out shopping for real estate. Now, we all know somebody who comes in as a real estate lead, the likelihood of them getting started today and just going out and the first house that they find is the house, real estate just doesn't work like that, right? This is a process of time. And when you build the database to that level, you now have an asset that's just going to continue to drip deals into your business every single month. This is from Adriana, who's one of the campaigns that you just saw there. She had, at the point where she was at 442 leads in the campaign, she had 18 quality leads that she had referred out to real estate partners. She's actually a mortgage lender. And then 9 of the leads have been pre-approved, and we feel there's still more to come from the database. So that gives you like a rough idea of where your numbers should be. Typically speaking, if we can see a closing ratio of anywhere from 3% to 5% on the leads that are coming from Facebook, that's a good number to aim for. That's that'll put you kind of like in the middle of the road as far as what we're seeing on campaign conversion. So for every 100 leads that you generate, that should boil down to about 3 to 5 transactions that happen in your business. And keep in mind, that's not going to happen in the first 30 days. It takes 6 months for those deals to come out, again, just because of the nature of the real estate business, right? Now, step number 3 in this training is converting deals using automation. And again, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this, and Costas is absolutely the expert on this ahead of me. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about this, but there is roughly a 10 times drop in response after 5 minutes. That's why the ringless voicemail and the text messaging that Agent Legend does that automatically follows up with a lead is just a game changer in my personal opinion, because it gives you, as Costas says, the speed to the lead. It is immediate follow-up that goes out to that lead, which is, again, going to help you convert more people, set up more relationships, but it also gives you a level of professionalism that your competitors are not giving. The other thing that Agent Legend really helps you to do is maintain the professionalism of your follow-up long term, because statistically speaking, sales professionals are horrible at follow-up. Me too, right? Like, it's hard to maintain a massive database of people and stay in contact with all of them. So The numbers go like this. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. Right? Anybody guilty of that in the past? I know I've let a couple of leads slip through the cracks in my day. So, it's not, I'm not saying that this is necessarily, we're not pointing the finger at anybody. We all do it, right? 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop, and 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Now, that's on the sales professional follow-up side of things. Now let's look at our customers. Let's look at what people are actually doing in the behavior that our clients are exhibiting, right? 10% of sales are made on the 4th contact. So only 2% of sales are made on the 1st contact. So those people that you talk to in the industry that say, internet leads are garbage, I've never talked to anybody, they called them once and then stopped following up, right? If you look at it all the way down at the bottom, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. And I believe in our information inundated society that number is going up significantly. It takes more touches to get a lead to convert because we're all so busy. We're all so on the go in today's society. We want that consistent follow-up. It's just a matter of automating it using Agent Legend. So 80% of sales happen after the 5th contact, and 90% of salespeople quit by the 3rd contact. So just by having Agent Legend and putting all of your lead sources into that system, you're far ahead of the statistical average and the competitors in your local marketplace. And that shows with the response rates that we're seeing through the Agent Legend system. We're over 40% on most of our done for you clients. Over 40% of the leads are responding back to the follow-up sequence over time, which is super cool. Here's another testimonial from Tim, one of our clients. It says, Agent Legend is working wonders for my internet leads. I've taken 4 applications this week alone from the follow-up system. This program is a beast. And that is absolutely true. And it is a numbers game, and it's just doing what you should do, but we don't because we're human, right? So let's let the computers do it and all will be well. Now, here's what I absolutely love. I call this multiplication of capital, because every system that you bolt into your business as far as advertising, as long as you get that, no shenanigans, quality advertisements, quality targeting, bringing quality leads that actually want to do something into your funnel, every single funnel that you set up becomes this little profit machine in your business. You hook all of the leads into the Agent Legend system, let it do the conversion for you, and you just become an application taker. Hey, we're looking to go see a house. Great, no problem, right? And you bolt in as many of these systems as fast as you possibly can in order to scale your business. The conversion campaigns create the applications, which then close the sales. You get reviews from those people, and the circle of awesomeness just continues, right? If you generate more leads, you will generate more deals. More deals generates more referrals leads to more money. It's a pretty simple system. It's just math, right? So very quickly here, we're going to walk through a couple of campaign walkthroughs, then answer your questions and get you on your way. So this is the always open house. This is the targeting that we normally start with if a client doesn't have a past leads list or a past customer list that we can create a lookalike audience for, or if they can't get access to their website for whatever reason for retargeting and all that stuff. This is your basic targeting. Don't do this unless you've got some of the advanced targeting already dialed in on your campaign. But we're excluding other people like real estate agents, brokers, or other loan officers in the marketplace. And then we're targeting people who match the interests of real estate. So these are people that are interested in real estate, visiting realtor.com. They're a first-time buyer. They've looked at for sale by owner, real estate investing, buying a house, buying and selling real estate, potentially Zillow, and then the likely to move categories as well. You've already seen the ad copy for the Always Open House campaign, and we're just telling them. And we're going to send them a list of open houses every week, which gives you permission to send them that email once a week. And we have this campaign that's available as a template inside Agent Legend. Now, we're using a lead form inside Facebook to collect the lead. As I mentioned, it pre-fills all their information into that form, and when they click submit, you use Zapier to pass that information right along to your Agent Legend account, and then Agent Legend follows up. Again, in the first 2 minutes, there's that ringless voicemail that's sent out, the text message, and the email that goes out. And then that sequence, again, continues automatically using your Agent Legend account. Again, you've already seen the stats on this particular campaign, but it works pretty well at bringing in buyers. Here's campaign walkthrough number 2. This is called the approved buyer. This is the campaign where we're going about it from the financial perspective, and hoping that you will, align yourself with a quality mortgage professional to help you run this campaign. Now, in this campaign, again, we're getting rid of or excluding people that work in the real estate industry, or they're a mortgage banker or a loan officer. And the general targeting in this campaign is exceptionally broad. We're targeting people that are that have the interest of real estate and have the interest of mortgage loans. That's it. Just 2 interests in their Facebook campaign. Then the ad says attention, and then we just put the area names in there. So whatever marketplace you're in, just put attention, marketplace, renters, and first-time buyers. This program makes it easier for area name, first-time buyers and renters to become homeowners with as little as 2 months rent payments saved in the bank. Find out your options, and then there is the link. And at the bottom it says special offer for first-time buyers and renters. Now, obviously, we're going after a specific type of customer with this campaign. If you like working with first-time buyers, this is a phenomenal campaign for you to start with. So what happens then is we use a tool called Survey Gizmo in order to get this person to fill out a survey. So they click on the Facebook ad, it takes them from Facebook to a survey campaign where they're qualifying themselves to us. And it basically says, hey, we've got a fast and fun home buyer program, and it makes it easy for you to become a home buyer. And they click next, and then we start asking them questions and qualifying them as a lead. Do you currently rent or own? Where are you looking to purchase? When are you planning to purchase? What is your estimated credit score? How much would you like to borrow? Do you have a real estate agent currently? Have you ever purchased a home before? And then first name, email, and mobile phone number. These surveys are incredible. Oftentimes, we'll get up to 40% of the people that start the survey to finish it. It's kind of like the gamification of the lead generation process, and it qualifies the lead as well as gets a good number of the people that see the survey to actually go through the process. That particular campaign that you just saw, this is the stats from the Facebook advertising campaign. We have spent this month $607.23 in that campaign, which generated 188 buyer leads at $3.23 per lead, which is super cool. Now, we're going to go through this portion really quick because that took a little bit longer than I was expecting. But the top 5 mistakes. The first mistake that people make is they're not tracking their metrics. There are 5 things that you absolutely should know on a monthly basis when you're running Facebook ads. How much you're spending per lead, how many leads are turning into a conversation, which Agent Legend does for you, right? The conversation to application. How many of those people are actually moving from the conversation to coming down and having an appointment with you, talking about signing either a buyer's agreement or a seller's agreement, right? And then how many of those people are actually closing and then calculating out your ROI. That will become a running total. You're not going to close those deals in 30 days, right? But when you track your ROI over an annual basis, if you're putting just $15 a day into a Facebook advertising campaign, the return on investment over an annual basis can actually be quite staggering if you track it, which most people don't. We tend to, zero in on things in like 7-day chunks. It doesn't work like that. When you make large chunks like we do in the real estate mortgage industry, and you're investing in that small $15 a day budget, it can tend to feel shifted one way, like, hey, I'm paying every day and I've only closed 2 deals, right? Or whatever. But if you actually do the math over a long term and you track these metrics, knowing the profitability of it gives you the freedom to actually invest in your campaigns. Optimization. Don't just set up a campaign and let it run. You actually have to go in, target the right audience, split test your ad copy, split test the image, split test the actual ad copy. Oftentimes we'll have companies that come to us where they're either running their own or they have somebody like a friend or they've hired somebody in their office to do this that isn't a Facebook ads expert. And we're able to get their cost per lead down significantly just through effective split testing over a 60-day period. Campaign structure. Oftentimes we'll see a campaign, one ad set, and one ad. At that point, Facebook can't even optimize effectively because you're not actually structuring your campaigns properly. You must have multiple ad sets and multiple ads within those ad sets so that you're continually testing and getting a better cost per lead as well as a better lead through your campaign. Automate your follow-up. We're all here because of Agent Legend, so you don't have a problem there. You've got that dialed in. And then finally, this is the director of who. It is my opinion that you can get started with Facebook ads, but as soon as your business grows to the point where you're at the maturity level in your business that you really want to grow, you shouldn't be managing your Facebook ads yourself. And this was taught to me by my good friend, Carl White. We all know Carl here, right? And he calls it the director of who. And I'm not going to do this justice, so I'll go through it reasonably quickly. But the whole premise behind this is writing small checks in order to cash big checks. And oftentimes, myself included, we all get wrapped up in the how of growing our businesses. So we all have a why, and that is providing education for our kids, or buying a nice boat, or having a nice home for our families or our spouse, right? So in order to get that money, what are we doing? We're running real estate businesses, we're running mortgage businesses, right? And that business is fulfilling our why. The money that we make in our business is fulfilling our why. So the what is how are we going to grow our business? In today's world, Facebook ads is an exceptional way to grow your business. It's not the only way, but it is an exceptional way to do it because it works. It's not like the world is going to go back from social media or, going offline all of a sudden, go back to like billboards and print, right? So we know that getting on this train now, it's only going to become more powerful. It's only going to do better for us, right? So how are we successful with Facebook ads? Well, that's why you're on training like this, right? How do I run the ads? How do I do the targeting? How do I get to the right audience, right? So now you have all that how information. I've given you everything that you need. 2 campaigns, all your optimization, exactly how to do it. Now you've got to go out and go to Facebook Ads Manager, set up the campaign, set up the ad set, set up the lead form or the survey, right? Then you've got to put all the leads into Zapier, zap the leads into Agent Legend, do all of the follow-up, turn it on, then optimize it. Then when it breaks, you got to fix it, and then you got to go back and do it. That is all the how. Now, some of you on this call will be able to do that in weeks. Some of you, it might take months. Some of you, it might take years, or it may just never get done, right? That is the timeline down the left-hand side of that picture. In doing that, you have no idea how long it could actually take you, but then you're done. You have the system, you can start to scale it. And we all know somebody who's being successful with Facebook advertising, who's actually generating a return on investment. You want to get there. You want to get to the done so that you're that person. Well, rather than how and doing it all on your own, I believe that we should all be asking who can do this for me? Who already has the skill set? Who can actually generate me a result? Because at that point, you just give it to the who, they do it, and you're done, and you've never had to waste any of the time or put in any of the effort in figuring out how, right? So That's, my non-elegant way to say that we will do all of this for you. If you're sitting there and you're feeling overwhelmed or you just don't have the time to do it, myself and my team will do everything for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just pop out of here and let you see the full slides, just in the interest of time, because I want to get through this. So we will build for you 3 campaigns. So it can be the open house campaign, it can be our chatbot campaign, it can be the seller campaign. We will build up to 3 campaigns. Caveat, we need to invest at least $500 in each ad campaign in order to make it work. That's kind of like the minimum budget that we need to actually be able to optimize a campaign. It's my recommendation that you scale to at least $1,000 a month in each campaign before you start bolting other campaigns into your business. It just gives you enough leads through the program that Facebook can identify the right leads, and you can actually feel the effects of the program and talk to enough people through it so that you're actually getting enough quality leads into your pipeline so that you can see the closings growing down the line, right? And we do everything for you and set it up. We do the targeting, we do the ad set creation, we write the ad copy for you, we create the images for you, we've set up all of the retargeting on your website and on your campaigns. You get a dedicated account manager, and then we optimize everything for you on an ongoing basis, and then we report to you once a month and help you calculate out the return on investment from the campaign. And then obviously you can pick from any of our campaigns. So buyers, sellers, the mortgage campaign, the long-term nurture campaign for your past clients, all of those campaigns, you get to choose from them. So if you feel like that would be right for you, just send me an email. It's chris@connectionincorporated.com. And I'll either get on the phone with you personally or have one of our account managers get on the phone with you. We'll help walk through a campaign, make sure it's a good fit for you. Just make sure that we're good to work together, and then potentially have you as part of the program if it feels like we're a good fit. You're comfortable with everything, and we know that we can actually help you. Those are 2 things that are incredibly important to us. So we want to talk to you before we actually get you on the program. Now, I don't want you to get on that call and feel like it's a high pressure sales call. So I wanted to show you the pricing. Typically we charge $2,497 for the setup of everything, which includes the first month, and then $997 a month. We are discounting that by $1,000 here as a result of our relationship with Agent Legend. So that setup goes to $1,497 and then just $997 a month for us to manage everything for you. And again, we take care of everything, hook everything up so it's connected to your Agent Legend account, the whole 9 yards. So if you're interested in that, just send me an email, chris@connectionincorporated.com, and we can get you started on this. So just a couple of caveats here. If you need closings today, or you need to close a deal in the next 30 days in order to cover your investment in the program, this is not for you. This takes time, and you need to have a budget set aside, because it's real estate and mortgages, right? It takes time to put the deals into your pipeline, so you have to be able to make 60 days of an investment before you start generating a return. If you can't handle an influx of new customers, if you're sitting there thinking, if I get one more deal that closes this month, I'm not going to be able to service my customers. Business systems first, then advertising and marketing. So we can't help you because we don't want to create a problem for you by dumping all these new leads on you if you can't handle them effectively. And then if you don't have an advertising budget set aside, you need to be able to fund the ads on Facebook in order to make this work. Who this is for, if you've tried advertising on Facebook in the past and it did not work, this is a great way to just get proven results right up front. If you're already spending $500 a month or more on Facebook ads, oftentimes our management will cut your acquisition cost in half. So it's almost like your leads are staying the same, but you don't have to do any of the work, and you're getting a better result at the back end. Or if you bought training and not implemented in the past, we don't want you to try and figure out how. It's time for a who, and let us just build these campaigns for you and get you going. So we've got a couple of bonuses for you as well. There's a private Facebook group. We'll overview your Agent Legend account with you, and we give you a 30-minute quick start session just to help set up all the campaigns, get everything going so that you get a nice smooth launch, get to know your account manager a little bit better, all that good stuff. So if you're interested, email me, chris@connectionincorporated.com, and we'll have a quick chat, make sure that we're a good fit for each other, and move forward from that point. So Costas, I apologize. That took a couple minutes longer than I was expecting, but hopefully we can still get through some of this Q&A before everybody has to duck out.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to thank you, Chris, for coming on board. And for what it's worth, by the way, guys, if you have questions based on anything that Chris has covered, including the ability for you guys to work together, please go ahead and just type them into the questions box, and we'll field those questions as they come along. So, I'm just looking at a couple names here: Darren, Dennis, Eric, Jeffrey, Philip, Susan, and Tom. Any questions at all, please type them in. And just, Chris, if I could just, just add from my perspective around what you've been talking about, and why I think this is so valuable. I had and I'm sure everybody here will be able to relate, because it just reminds me. I had a mentor early on. This was like 15 years ago, and the internet, lead generation, all that stuff was in its infancy. And he told me that you can only focus on one of two things. You can only be good at one of two things: either traffic, getting people to your website, or conversion, right? Like getting people to buy once they hit your website. He said that if you focus on both things, you'll never be amazing at either of them. And what you really need is to be amazing at one of them and find someone else who's amazing at the other. And that is impossible to do. When you're starting out, no matter what industry you're in, right? And everybody here, the people that are with us, I mean, there's nobody in attendance here that doesn't know what it takes in the beginning. It may have even been the start of your career, the first couple of years. It's like you've got to learn how to network, generate leads, make an offer, talk to people, like get them to refer people to you. It's like you're jumping into the deep end, and you have to make it work. And of course, when you have no money, that it's this weird, like you do what you can out of desperation. But then there's another level of success, right? And it's unfortunate that many agents, whether you're a loan officer or mortgage broker, never get to this. But if you're here on this call with us, you've passed that, right? You have a semblance of stability, actually a lot of stability, because you've already got leads coming in, whether you're buying them or generating them yourself. And that's when things get amazing, right? It's when you have money to be able to invest in generating leads that are not dependent on your time. And then, of course, you're already a customer of our platform, to where any leads that you generate, you can follow up with them, all just as if you're replicating your voice, replicating your personality, right? It's like multiplicity. I don't know if do you remember that, Chris, with Michael Keaton? You remember that old movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's the best of both worlds. So, that just part of what Chris and I wanted to do, you guys at this point, you've got a great relationship with both of our companies. This is just Chris and I putting our heads together, saying, what can we do to serve you as you move forward? So if you need, if you're in the place where you need more leads, maybe you want to stop relying on third parties to buy leads, right? Like maybe you're buying leads from Zillow, realtor.com, maybe you're buying leads from all these places, which these places are doing what Chris would be doing for you, right? In the sense of, all these places, you're just buying a ready lead from some, company X, and company X is actually going through the implementation of Chris, and they're doing a markup on it, right? But at the end of the day, all you care about is leads. You don't have time. Again, if you're focused on one thing, and for most people here, that is closing leads, right? Talking to people who are hot and ready and turning them into a buyer or a seller so that you can get paid, then you just can't diversify enough with lead sources. So because when one of them goes away, and a very popular lead source recently, they changed the way that they serve leads to you, right? And that's kind of been a disruptor. So you don't want to be over reliant on one lead. So so if you're blessed enough, and if you've worked hard enough to develop a great business, it makes smart sense to diversify your lead sources. And Chris and Carl are partners that we have come to know and trust. We at Agent Legend, we've decided to focus on the conversion piece, right? So there are so many amazing places that you could get leads from, and even less amazing places that will generate the leads for you from scratch. But those things are covered, and you've got Chris coming up, stepping alongside you, making you an amazing offer. So, and we're happy to help you to convert those leads. So at this point, Chris, I think we can just turn it over to any questions at all. I don't see anything in my chat box right now, but maybe we give it another minute.
So I don't actually have.
Oh,
I don't
great.
have.
You don't have the chat box.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I don't have it on my side. So if that's a technical glitch and anybody does, if we're missing that panel,
Oh no,
I
we've
will
got it.
respond to everybody via email. Costas, if you just send me the, whatever questions were answered, I'll get back to everybody one-on-one. I'm happy to answer any questions that did come in. That's totally cool.
Awesome. Okay, so Susan does have a question.
Okay, awesome.
This is a good question. Susan asks, Chris, do you do the research for the schools in the area and other research for the ads, the local ads that you were talking about that require knowledge of the local area? Or is that something that we would still need to do?
So that is a great question. That's something that your account manager can help walk you through or do the research on the phone with you, but we won't do the research independently for you, no.
Okay, awesome, Susan. Anybody else have any questions about anything that Chris has gone over, or even anything in general from the Agent Legend side? Anything that we can do to help you get more success either way?
Life is good. That is awesome.
Life is good. Well, perfect, Chris. Darren, Dennis, Eric, Jeffrey, Philip, Susan. Oh, Philip asks, can we get a copy of this recording? Yes, Philip. Actually, as soon as we end it, Chris and I will render a copy of the video, and then Chris, it's probably a good idea for you to mail out mail out a link to the replay. That way, people can just go through this.
Absolutely. Yeah, happy to.
Perfect. Well, guys, and Susan asked one more question. Susan, you can go ahead and email our support. Just support@agentlegend.com, asking that, and then they will send you a link. So our support team, our customer success team, has a link to that Facebook group for you. But perfect. Well, from our side, guys, if there's anything that we can do on the Agent Legend side to help you have more success with your system, please feel free. It's the same thing same directions I just gave to Susan. If there's anything that you need, please support@agentlegend.com, or just go in, log into your account, use the support link, and chat with any of our reps. Let us know if this was helpful to you as well, right? Like, please just feel free to email back to us, because we're planning on doing more of these and serving you. And certainly we'd like to make this more about what's most helpful to you. And then from Chris's side, Chris, I give you the opportunity to say anything you'd like, but I want to thank you for coming on and giving such great value, and also for the discount and the special offer that you've made. So guys, any of you that want to take Chris up on this offer, they'll work with your Agent Legend account. They'll implement these fantastic campaigns. Just email chris@connectionincorporated.com. And Chris, I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I just thank you so much for everything that you do, Costas, and for the tremendous solution that you've come up with. It's just phenomenal to be a partner with you and to work with you. And for everybody for being on the call, thank you very much for taking your time and for implementing these systems. I can't wait to hear once you get them implemented. Give us your feedback. Let us know how it goes. And again, we're on Facebook, inside that private Facebook group, for you to answer any questions that you have. We're happy to help. So hope everybody has a great day. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.